So today, most private investment are still managed the same way. Excel, email, PowerPoints are the tools that are used by people to track ownership. And this investment experience is very poor and sometimes even depressing. So there is a better way and easier way, and that's our solution, Equisafe, as a path to liquidity. So I'm Frederic, lawyer, computer scientist, and co-founder of Equisafe, a prop-tech and regulated entity by the French Central Bank. And with Bilal, my co-founder, we've created a one-stop shop platform to facilitate transactions using enablers such as electronic governance and transfer rights to power the next generation real estate marketplace. So we believe transparent ownership and automated legal processes are the cornerstone to improve the investment experience. So we are the Amazons for investments. So as an investor, you'll be able to buy and sell shares of ownership just like you would buy a book on Amazon. So to get technical, we've created a modular yet standardized set of smart contracts called the NICS standard, replicating shareholders' registries with corporate and securities compliance built in. That allows us to improve transaction speed while optimizing administrative and compliance costs. Let's take a concrete example. So in 2019, we announced the sale of a luxurious Parisian hotel by reducing the cost by 60% while doing the administrative work in 30 minutes instead of a month. More importantly, shares were sold at 6.5 euro. Anyone, anywhere was able to buy a piece of this marvelous mansion. That's the capabilities of blockchain smart ledgers, managing 10 or 1 million investors the same way. So we are opening the doors to scale private investment using blockchain technology. So did you know that private offering markets are 22 times bigger than public offering and yet not digitized? So we want to bring use, experience, and access to those markets, and that's a real trillion market. We now count 50 clients across 3 continents, 230 millions worth of assets under administration on our platform, and more than 3,000 investors managing their investment with Equisafe. So we registered more than 30% growth in the past 2 months. It's not over. By doing so, we'll have access to unprecedented data to build analytics tools and redefine behavioral finance and financial advisory. So today we are 14 passionate individuals working together to improve the investor's journey and bring investment opportunities anytime. Finally, I would like to announce the release of our secondary market. We are bringing the vision of the Internet of Value to the palm of your hand. So come check it out on Equisafe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Frederic. Again, at the other, yeah, great. Thank you very much. I'll ask the jury member to join us again, and we'll have this 5 minutes question and answer, please. Is there any question from the jury?
Do you speak a little bit to who your competitive set is in the space right now?
Sorry?
Could you speak a little bit to who your competitors are in the space right now?
Okay, so among our competitors, there's a lot of Americans that are yet already established. So we have Carta, who is a real one, very famous in the US. In the European Union, there are not many at the moment. We have one that's called Tokeny, who is using Ethereum as technology. We are on Tezos here. And then we have like corporate managers that tend to build up their solutions, but the market is not set at the moment in the European Union.
Yeah, and what is your thoughts on ultimate liquidity? Obviously, it's a tokenization of real estate. Again, something that we've all been looking forward to, and we're huge fans here. But what about that next step for bringing liquidity to these tokens?
Okay, so for liquidity, as a former lawyer, I've seen that liquidity, there's a hindrance to liquidity based on all the legal processes that you have to go through. So like all the procedures, the shareholder agreements, and all these steps that are not yet automated to have a view about what you can do, at which moment, at how much it would how much it would cost for you. And that's one of the hindrances that we take off. For liquidity on the long term, one of our goal is to establish all the data directly on the blockchain, and so to make sure that pricing become transparent, which means when you buy a share at that moment, everyone can see that new price of this new share. This transparency over products will necessarily increase liquidity, even if like you have like particular event, but for real estate is the very best use case, because like real estate doesn't really change through time. I know there could be like major events, but you have a certain faith into real estates that makes it easy to invest and make it more liquid than it is right now.
Thank you.
What would be the defensibility of your solutions? I know you mentioned a few competitors who are coming out, right? But there could be others who could emerge who don't exist today. So what would you do to ensure that you still have market leadership in this space 5 to 10 years from now?
Okay, yeah. So concerning defensive, the fact is that we want to create an ecosystem onto our platform so that companies can easily interact between shareholders and managers and new investors. So we want to make this kind of environment that is protective by itself. Second, we want to give real services like legal services onto the platform so that it makes it easier for them to do their process. And that's yeah, the ecosystem is the main one that we need to focus on, as for instance Carta in the US.
Is there a last question from the jury? Then thank you very much, Frederic, for your presentation, for this question and answer.